I don't believe anything anybody has told me about anything regarding anything at any time ever. And when it comes to what's going on in Nolans and in Las Vegas, I believe even less. You, my friends, are being habituated like you cannot believe to take and handle and absorb and deal with some of the most ridiculous, amateurish nothing. I'm doing my best to explain this to you. I don't want to make people upset, especially those jadrules on regular legacy media. Dear God, they're awful. They just repeat. They don't report. Let me say that again. They don't report anything. They don't ask any questions. They don't investigate. They never talk to their own witnesses or experts and say, does this make sense to you? Does this make sense to you? Is this valid? Let me give you another one. I hope you are subscribed to my newsletter or email, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's very, very simple. I've got a link right there. And this is going out. So I'm gonna give this to you now before it even goes out. But to give you an idea. Because I do some research. I talk to people, see? And I don't know what to believe. But let me tell you this latest one. Remember the fellow Shamsuddin Jabbar? This is the perp of the Nolans New Year's terror attack. This is a guy who decides to use a truck. But yet I think he's been radicalized by ISIS. I think. That's what they tell us. And why do we think that? I don't know. Because they found a flag. Really? Okay, yeah. Interestingly enough. So here is the story. This is the story, which is important. And this, I think, is absolutely critical that I bring to your attention. Just a second. Little note there. Thank you. This story that comes about, I have no idea what this is about, but I will tell you. But the story that we've heard, the latest iteration of this, is Shamsuddin Jabbar, the perpetrator of the Nolans terror attack, raises numerous troubling questions about radicalization, operational planning, and the ability of law enforcement to intercept potential threats. Okay. The FBI's revelations suggest that he operated as a lone wolf, or lone wolf, as Ann Kirkpatrick from the NOLA superintendent, the one who looks like Grandma Moses, who's a year younger than me, by the way, bless her heart. But the complexity of his actions, including the use of advanced explosives, has fueled speculation about external training or support. Now, the compound found in his bombs, described as rarely used outside the Middle East and possessing characteristics similar to RDX, marks a significant anomaly in domestic terror cases, it is reported. This raises the critical question of how Jabbar acquired the knowledge to manufacture such devices, given his military background in human resources and IT roles far removed from combat or demolitions training. Now, his activities leading up to the attack, remember, he got him with a truck. So this is all, whatever. But Jabbar's activities leading up to the attack also point to meticulous preparations. His use of Meta smart glasses to map the French Quarter in October demonstrates an advanced level of planning to drive a truck. All right. Not only that, the bollards were down. That helps. But additionally, his pledge of allegiance allegedly to ISIS in a recorded video and his deliberate decision to target strangers rather than family members aligned with broader patterns of ideological terrorism rather than personal grievances. His choice to adorn his vehicle with an ISIS flag, I don't know why, and post inflammatory videos online underscores his intent to signal allegiance to the group, even as the FBI continues to assert that he acted alone. All right. The discovery of bomb-making materials at both his Houston and Nowlands residences, as well as his use of accelerants to set rental property on fire, indicates a rather a level of sophistication that complicates the lone wolf narrative. The involvement of R-salt in his devices, an explosive requiring formal training to manufacture, further suggests that his radicalization may have included specialized instruction, potentially linked to overseas experiences or interactions with individuals possessing such expertise, or it can be all caca del toro. Now, the attacks similarities to recent incidents in Europe, such as car ramming and explosive attacks at public events, highlight the global nature of such threats, while Jabbar's actions appear to have been carried out without direct accomplices. His capacity to create chaos and his use of emerging technologies like Meta smart glasses to do what? He scoped it out. Okay. And he got a truck and he ran people. I mean, I'm not trying to, I'm giving you the story as being portrayed, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. The broader implications of his attack, particularly the potential of his other pre-trained individuals within the U.S., underscored the pressing need for it. Now, his case also concerns about the influence of ISIS. Let me also give you something. This is something I heard, and I got this. I'm going to read this to you from a source of mine who's pretty doggone good with this stuff. Pretty doggone good in terms of how things work. And let me see here. Let me see if I can read this for you. Okay. Now, it seems that somebody has suggested that there is a bit of, dare I say, embellishment here. Let me see if I can just bring this up. Let me read this to you. Pardon me, but this is brand new. And this is from some good stuff, good people. The use of the explosive compound known as R-salt in New Orleans terror attack has drawn significant attention, particularly due to the unusual appearance in a domestic incident. While R-salt is often described as rare, a more accurate characteristic is that it has been, quote, rarely used outside the Middle East. Now, the compound has been seen a notable frequency of use in that region, while it is valued for its performance, which nearly matches that of RDX, the primary component of military grade C4. Unlike many improvised explosives, R-salt is relatively easier to synthesize, but it requires a blasting cap to detonate. Simple ignition methods like a fuse will not suffice. It is highly unlikely that the suspect, Shamsuddin Jabbar, stumbled upon R-salt by chance or other casual research. The synthesis and handling of R-salt require a level of expertise suggesting formal training. This raises serious questions about where and how Jabbar acquired such knowledge. While the compound has not been documented, terror attacks within the United States or Europe, its use here points to a level of sophistication that aligns more with organized training than self-taught experimentation. Some experts speculate that Jabbar may have been trained by an instructor with a chemistry or explosives background, perhaps. Given his military background, this is what I'm going to write. This is brand new, which focused on human resources and IT. Jabbar's expertise with R-salt likely came from sources external to his official service. Whether his knowledge came from exposure to overseas Environment, who knows? So anyway, the question is, do you buy this? Do you buy this? K2Z says he was a radical Abraham Lincoln supporter. Why? Because they found 4 $5 bills in his pocket. Thank you. The level of hilarity, my friend, on you is beyond belief. Isn't this interesting? But he drove a truck. This has something to do with it. He drove a truck. And then you got the other guy in Las Vegas. Do you watch the Sean Ryan show, anyone? Huh? Sean Ryan? Any Sean Ryan fans here? Come on. You know. Joseph Sala. You buy that? What do you think Sean Ryan's all about? You think that it's odd that somebody from Sean Ryan and Gumshoe or Shoemate, whatever his name is, didn't notice that this particular thing they were looking at had the markings of spell check? Didn't that seem odd to you? How did he get that? If I do spell check, first of all, anybody cares? Nobody cares about spell check today. Nobody cares. Hell, look at what you write. I'm kidding. Isn't that odd? You gotta ask yourself, is anybody going to say, what's going on here? So Sean and they do that. And listen, I'm not going to tell you what to watch. I can't watch that show. I swear to God. Everybody's a SEAL Team 6 and Delta, and they got the things and they kill, and they got this, that. Warriors do nothing for me. I'm not a little boy. I don't want to hear about guns and blowing up civilians and bad guys. We're going over to their country and basically killing them for reasons I'm not even sure why. I don't even know what the hell the purpose is. And we're glorifying these people. Oh, this is great. Sniper, got a Navy SEAL, SEAL Team 6. Listen, again, I'm not trying to mock them, but it's like, I'm unimpressed. I'm unimpressed. What did these people ever do to this? We're just going around the world, just pissing everybody off and creating new elements and new folks to dislike us and to hate us. Why is that? What do you think that is? Does this make any sense to you? This whole story was like so cockamamie. And we pass this on. And this guy's talking about gravitic propulsion from what? A UAV? It's the whole thing's nuts. Now, what do you think it is? It's a PsyOp, right? Huh? You love that. My people love to say that. It's a PsyOp. It's a distraction. That's what it is. It's a distraction. It's a PsyOp, a distraction. Huh? You love to say that. It's MK Ultra. You love to say that. Love it. You love it. It's a PsyOp, MK Ultra, whatever, right? It spooks, and we don't know anything. We don't know anything. But here's the thing. I don't get it. So if I were to sit with this well-trained fellow, and they're making him out to be kind of crazy, maybe he had PTSD or battle brain trauma, whatever the hell he had. I don't know. Something wrong with him. So I'm saying, let me get this straight. Here's my idea. Here's what I'm going to do. You ready for this? Listen to me. Listen to me. All right? Now listen. I'm going to take a Tesla. I'm going to run a Tesla. I'm going to drive this goddamn thing and stop every 4 feet to charge it from whatever it is to bring it over there. Okay? I'm going to pack it full of fireworks that are immediately identifiable. I hope you read my if you get my newsletter, I have it before. I've got some great bomb technology about how they can tell by virtue of the lights and the light and the sparkles and the way. They knew all this jazz. They knew this stuff. Does this make any sense to you? I'm going to give it all up. Goodbye. I love America. I love Trump. By the way, that's the way they're making it sound like he's some kind of a MAGA thing. I love Trump. I love these people. I love them. Right? Yes. What are you going to do? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna drive there and park it in front of Trump's hotel. What? Because I like Trump. Because Trump's my guy. Well, why are you doing this? I don't know. I don't know. K's man says, I think to note is Ryan. If Ryan knew his name and mentioned in the email, yet the first time he thought to check his email was during the interview. Well, it was. I think it was his Instagram or something. What about his buddy Shoemate or Shoe? What is this? So I'm going to do this. I'm not. So I'm going to off myself, I guess. And how did he do this before the detonation? Was it a dead man switch? And the last email, have you subscribed? You got to subscribe. I've got a link right here, my friends. It's a very simple thing. These newsletters are good. I get right because I got some good folks I talk to on the QT, off the record, as it were. It doesn't make any sense. So you're going to go, and what have you accomplished? Nothing. He comes across like a nut, like a lunatic. And if I didn't know, if there was anything to China and UAPs or UAS or whatever the hell these things are, they couldn't have done it better by having this jadrole do this and basically typify or brand the whole notion as being nuts. And what is he supposed to do? What is Sean Ryan supposed to do? And this other guy. I don't get Sean Ryan. He says he stopped drinking. That's good. I stopped drinking. I was drinking. I was doing drugs. Okay. I've been sober. Okay. Good. Please don't take this the wrong way. I mean it. I am so bored by people telling me they're sober. You're supposed to be sober. What are you, proud of this? Well, I quit. Okay, good. You saved your life. You and 9 billion other people who go to little churches at the basement of, AA meetings and quietly drink bad coffee and do whatever you have to do. And they do it all the time. And they're not. These people, I think, like they've invented it. They're the first person ever. Your friend Tucker Carlson. There I was, and I was. He said stuff sometimes that is just whoa. And then he was drinking and smoking. Okay, fine. He stopped. Good for him. Good. And then he says he's afraid of. He thinks that he was in the middle of the night. He was attacked by evil that scratched him and threw him out of bed, and it was a wolf, or no, it was something. I don't know what it was. And then he thinks that the extraterrestrial biological entities are. I don't know what the hell this guy is talking about. I think people get into this. I swear to God. And people start this and they say, basically, I am so great. I try to be, speaking cogently and rationally. But the more that I sign completely full of shit, my numbers go through the roof. People love that. I knew it. And I saw Satan. And I saw the horns of Beelzebub and the claws of evil. Yeah. More on that. So we got 2 people here. What was your cause? What was this? You, Mr. ISIS. You embrace ISIS and you did what? You have all this stuff in the cooler and what? What? I don't get it. What are you supposed? These are like retarded terrorists. What are you trying to accomplish? And the special forces, the guy, Limburger, whatever his name is, this guy, this is the best one. What did you accomplish? Okay, Sean, do me a favor. You're going to, any chance of that story getting beyond this is dead. Not because of the pun, but because it's so stupidly. And then I was reading somewhere, I forget who it was. It was on X or something. And it was a woman and she, I think, retired or something. I don't know what the hell she was. And she's a MAGA and gun, First Amendment, Second Amendment, this and that, and MAGA and flag and all this stuff. And anyway, she does all this stuff. And she basically talks about, and I saw that, and I wanted to, and if you knew what I saw in Mogadishu, wherever the hell it was, and I saw Black Ops. And so what does she do? She announces this on her X channel, and then some other person says, you can come on my podcast. You sound like an idiot. This is the way you do it. This is why no one believes us because of these people. Casey says, so he dispatches himself. He is both clear and concise in his email, yet his final act, no one has any idea what he was saying, what he was trying to say, no matter how far we stretch. That's the point. Rule number 1, terrorism for beginners. Number 1, you want people to say, I got it. October the 7th. Say what you want, whether you believe it, whether you like it. I don't want to go through that again. What I'm telling you is that irrespective, you say, I understand exactly. I got it. I know what you're trying to say. I understand it. It makes sense to me. I understand it thoroughly. Yes. Gotcha. That's a good one. If we don't understand what you're saying, what the hell's the purpose of it? If we don't understand what it is you're trying to do. And the other guy, he radicalized ISIS. What happened? Did you hear about Jabbar? What did he do? He radicalized. Good. The flag. What did he do? What? He what? He drove people over. Did he say anything? No. Did he? No. Did he do a Allah Akbar? Nothing. But he had meta glasses and a cooler filled with this rock salt explosive that nobody's heard of. What the hell is going on? What was the purpose of that? What was that? And now, not for nothing, but if you're ISIS, created by who? What is ISIS? See, nobody wants to talk about this. Who created ISIS? Who created Hamas? But you know this. I'm not telling you anything new. This is the best stuff ever. But you know what they're doing? You know what the purpose of all this is? Huh? You know what it's about? You know what it's about? You know what the purpose is? You know what all this stuff is about? It's very simple. Very, very simple. There's one goal in mind that I'm going to tell you. But first, this. Listen to this. New reports reveal that the average person has $8,674 in credit card debt. Plus, the total average consumer debt is a shocking $104,215 between mortgages, auto loans, student loans, credit cards, and unsecured loans. Unfortunately, without outside assistance, many will continue digging themselves deeper and deeper into the hole of debt. I've advised and counseled friends and clients for years who want to take back control of individual debt about this secret weapon that has helped so many consolidate everything owed into one affordable monthly payment. They even helped negotiate a settlement agreement that will allow you to pay less than the total balance. Listen, they settled over $275 million in debt, and they've helped people become debt-free in an average of 28 months. I've had such an incredible experience referring clients and friends that I wanted to partner with them here and introduce their services to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. If you want a helping hand to get out of debt, I absolutely, positively, and strenuously recommend booking a free consultation now by going to nodebtwithlionel.com. Look at the address. Once again, that's nodebtwithlionel.com. Use the link I've provided under the title. Listen to me. You can take control and learn how to get out of debt now. Okay, now, one of the things that we've always done and we've always tried to maintain during the course of this is certain things just have to kind of make sense. And there are things that make no sense. And what the reason for this is, and I'm telling you like anybody else, I'm telling you that I am just a plain old average dude, just a feller. But they're going to do every single thing in their power to postpone, interrupt, unseat, unrule, to derail the inauguration. Do you hear what I'm saying? The inauguration. Anything they can do to make people freaked out, to scare people, to involve them in panic. Anything. Wouldn't that be groovy? Wouldn't they love that? Oh, they would love this. Your second inaugural, huh? Well, we had to postpone that. Not for me, but all those crazy supporters like you. ISIS? MAGA? What? You heard the stories about this weird fog in the UK. Anybody talking about that? Of course not. You think anybody on Fox News is going to talk about that? No, that's just a conspiracy theory. Even though we've been spraying stuff in the sky for how many, what, decades now? Geoengineering? Available here. This is one of those things. This is one of those. I just want to say, what is the matter with you? 1 minute, we've got our side screaming MK Ultra and PsyOps and everything else. And the other side, the Harris Faulkners, just talking about whatever they hand them. Here, Harris, talk about this. Okay. Don't go, here you go, Hannity, talk about this. Don't go any deeper now. Okay. No, very good. Let's talk about all of the awards of the Medal of Freedom that Biden gave out. Who cares? Well, was Manson? I guess if he were around, we went through that. That's just to piss you off. And the furloughs and the clemency, it's gone. All I know is thank God that she's not there. But let me tell you something. You listen to me. If you think that they're going to be happy just being the losers, you are out of your mind. You are so out of your mind. It's not even funny. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? It's not funny. It's unbelievable. They are so evil and so dangerous and so vile. And this president has got to get ruthless. Ruthless. Do you hear what I'm saying? Ruthless. I don't know if he can do this. I don't know if it's his thing. I don't think it's his thing. I don't think it's his thing. I don't think it's. But he better. And you better do it too, my friends. Get ready. Because this has just started. Don't think like, oh, it's all going to be downhill. And there's going to be stuff going on. You've got Steve Bannon with that dirty, smelly jacket, and everybody screaming and yelling about this, and Laura Loomer, and they're yelling at Elon Musk. God bless Elon Musk. God bless him. I don't give a damn. We wouldn't be where we are without him. The coolest, richest guy in the world did everything he did everything to push Trump. But you've got people on our side. You see, the people on the right, I guess that's our side, they never get along. They never play. The left, they never, ever, ever talk out of turn. Never! Do you hear what I'm saying? Never. Pelosi never talks about AOC. AOC doesn't talk about it. Nothing. And if they say the rule is that Joe Biden is fine, Joe Biden's fine. They don't budge. But don't tell Steve Bannon that because he's jealous. He's only interesting when he's on the back nine, when he's being sent to jail, arrested, held in contempt, because nobody, frankly, what is he saying? What does he add to this? He wants to go to war. And I mean, seriously. With all due, it's okay. If you want to you want to listen to Sean Ryan, go ahead. Or any of these other people you like. You may like these people. Everybody's, they're on the SEAL Team 6, and I'm ex-CIA. Little boys talking about how they killed people who never did anything to hurt us. Nothing. And I'll tell you one thing. The guy that's the best, the guy that, I don't want to go through like who's good and who's not. That's beside the point. The Republican Party to me is not a fan club. I don't want to go to Mar-a-Lago. My friend Mark Simone always says it best. People in Mar-a-Lago, how are you? Take a selfie. I'm going to Mar-a-Lago. Is that Alina Harbour? Oh, is that Lara Trump? Lara, sing for us. Is that Stock the Gorka Dracula? Oh, my God. Oh, look. There's Vivek Ramaswamy Ding Dong. Yeah. Maybe we'll see Elon Musk. I love that. Sorry, you can have it. Not interested. Like James Wood said so beautifully, I don't want to make America great again. I want to make America America again. And it's going to be brutal, my friend. You think Trump's got it? You think so? I wonder. I wonder. I would be so brutal, he wouldn't even know what hit him. I would want a job with a position. I don't want my name mentioned. I don't want to be at the White House. I want to have a special sat line, sat phone. I speak in code. We've got to get Donald Segretti dirty here. You understand what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. You've been played for a chump. You've been played for a chump. They did this here in Jersey with the whatever. And tonight we're being hit with, ready for this? Don't laugh now. Congestion pricing, which nobody understands. Congestion pricing. They're going to get you too. Everything that happens here, remember, we got to get rid of these people. There's another case of some Ecuadorian, some Guatemalan accosted some kid. Here's the story about this brave Staten Island feller who rescued his daughter. You should see him. He's like 300 pounds, covered in tattoos, face and skull tattoos. Imagine a knock on the door. I'm here for my daughter. Oh, my God. The world is depraved. It is sick. It is rancid. It is vile. It is sick. It is perverted. Don't you understand? Speaking of which, Pilgrim Media says, I hear you, 10-4, Rubber Duck. Smokey be crazy. Thank you. C.W. McCall, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a convoy. So get ready. Get ready, and let me tell you, just, this is, okay, it's great. Whether it's a PsyOp, MKO, I don't know what the hell it is. During the drone thing, people were saying, Project Bluebeam. It's like, there's no holograms here. Take it easy. But get ready. Brace for impact. Buckle up, my friends. It's going to be a rough ride. It's going to be something. And I hope you're ready for it. And I hope people like these jadruls like Seb Gorka and little Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. Oh, dear God. But listen, nobody asked me. I hope he does a great job. But it's going to be a bumpy ride because I don't think some of these people have a clue as to what's going on. But it doesn't matter. But in the meantime, what I would like to do is say, do me a favor. If the president wants H1B, H1V, HIV, I don't give a shit one way. Whatever it is, we're behind it. Yes, sir, Mr. President, 100%. Go to bed, hold your nose, throw up in the corner. I don't care. Nothing, but we're behind him 100%. You think Steve Bannon's going to change anybody's mind? Come on, man. He can't even comb his hair. This guy is. He's doing it just because my numbers go up. And then you got this Sean Ryan thing. Now I got here a letter from the guy. What? Can you imagine coming in? I got a letter from this guy named Lee Harvey Oswald. See, I got it right here. And he said, so somebody contacted you. And you went to the FBI, and of course they're gonna do what? There's gonna be a Jim Jordan hearing on drones and gravitic. Come on, man. Seriously, do you think any of this? Has Jim Jordan ever accomplished anything? I ask you, anything? Has anything ever happened with Zuckerberg, Fauci, TikTok, anybody? Nothing. It's all for show. You understand what I'm saying? You got what I'm saying? You are being played. I don't know if it's by the people themselves, if we have lousy terrorists. I have no idea. But anyway, this is the thing to do, my friend. So anyway, folks, I want to thank you. I want to thank our good friend Joseph Sola. Oh, I said, can you interview Delta Force without Big Brother? Delta Force? I don't know. Right off the bat, the sound of that. I don't even, if that is a name, I am unfamiliar. I know what Delta Force is. But in any event, thank you so much. Pilgrim Media, thank you. K2Z, thank you so much. And like I said, by the way, I love all these folks. Oh, here we go. I think one thing to note is Ryan knew his name was mentioned in the email, yet the first time, oh, did I read this? I'm sorry. This is an old one. Pardon me. I'm so sorry. I was reading an old one. Pardon me for that. So anyway, listen. Everybody gets their panties in a wad and say, I like my Steve Bannon. Do me a favor. I don't give a shit what Steve Bannon says, but when he speaks on behalf of MAGA, shut up. What are you doing? Why are you giving these people ammunition? You got a big mouth. You've got no. You're not in the White House. You're nowhere near it. You had your chance. Now you're just pissed off and you want attention. And Laura Loomer, God bless. I like her spunk, but she's another one. What's going on here? This is a social credit score. Shut up. I mean, seriously. I love when they want to take on Elon. What do you think is going to happen right now? Can we wait until the inauguration? No, they can't, because they don't get along with anybody. Because they're righteous. Here's one thing about the Democrats. They have no position, so they don't get upset about anything. Republicans and conservatives are very, very self-righteous. My God, they gotta get to the bottom of this. All right. Okay. Maybe you are. But nothing that detracts from our president. You understand that? All right, dear friends, listen, thank you. Couple of notes here. Make sure you are subscribed to Lionel Legal. Lionel Legal. 87% of the people who watch these aren't subscribed. I don't know what it is. And there are people who are unsubscribing. I tell people, say, why'd you unsubscribe? I don't know. Also, Lynn's Warriors. Lynn's Warriors. This is the most important, when it comes to actual real efforts to stop not only human trafficking, but predation and digital safety. Lynn's Warriors. Join. Let me also tell you, one day we're going to show you folks how to troll. You are the worst. This is some of the most pissant, ineffective stuff I've ever seen. You're really not very good. I'm going to show you how to do it next time. I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of insulted. This is the best you can do? No. I'll show you how to do that. Because we used to have really good trolls. That's how I got into radio. I was a caller. It was very good. But this, come on. Because you know why? Because you don't have any interaction. A lot of folks don't really have any interaction. But we're going to teach you. You're going to be a better citizen, a better American, and a better troller. I guarantee you. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious day. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, subscribe. And until then, dear friends, as we always say, we always end these things. And the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you.